Welcome to LearnBigBusiness.com, where we show you how to implement the latest strategies for your global business success. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our website. In today's presentation, we will be aiming to understand financial statements on a very basic scale, just going through exactly what the basics of a financial statements are. So what is a financial statement? Financial statement tells us how much money was made, and this is known as the income statement. And also what it tells us is what the current standing of the business is on their balance sheet. Now, in the balance sheet you will have things like assets and liabilities, which we will come to. Also, what was done with the money that was made in the business. This is called the cash flow statement. So starting at the income statement, the income statement tells us how much money came into the business and how much money it cost in order for that money to come into the business through sales, advertising, etc. How much money needs to be paid for the money that has come in, this is the tax, and how much money is left over in, this is expressed as net profits. Next is the balance sheet. The balance sheet tells us the current health of the business. It tells us how much liability the business has, i.e. how much money it owes, and how much money is expected to pay out on certain different things. It also tells us how much assets it has, and the assets to liabilities is a ratio that is normally used in accounting. And also it tells us how much cash it currently has in its bank account, which is very important and we want to see this growing, as it tells us that the business is healthy and there's plenty of cash in the bank account. Also, it tells us how many shares it has, and if it's reduced the amount of shares that's outstanding, therefore increasing each earnings per share, which we'll come to in another slide, in another presentation, or has it increased its supply, therefore bringing the shares down eventually. Next and finally, we have the cash flow statement, and the cash flow statement really tells us about how the business is run through the year. It tells us how management has run the business as well. It tells us how much money it cost to run the business, and was a loan taken out at any time during this year. Was the dividend from the profits paid out to shareholders, and were more shares issued during this time or not? And it's very important to keep an eye on this, as it tells us more about the business. When all this information is combined, the income statement, the balance sheet, the cash flow statement, it tells us very important information of how the business is being run money-wise. And this is the most important aspect, as it tells us how the management is thinking, if the business is growing, if there are profits to be made in this type or sector of business, if it's viable for the future. Here at LearnBigBiz.com, we advise that you invest and grow your own business, and through understanding that, you will be able to invest safely in the future, whether it may be private or public. We're here to help you build a free and independent financial future. If you are employed and want to understand business in order to invest yourself, then we would recommend that you look at our other presentations so you can invest safely in businesses. Thank you. Thank you for listening here at LearnBigBiz.com, where we help you produce more profits through your business or your investments. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and to our website.